Following the events of the last episode, Jane WInston got ambushed by a set of werewolves. Through her cunning, she broke through their assault and prepared her gear. But as she did, more werewolves showed up. Good, I say, not slowing my pace. Jane, get out of there. There is too many. I lick my lips in anticipation. I haven't had a good horde of mutts to fight in a long time. The underbrush shifts, rustling just enough to signal movement before a snarl tears through the stillness. The first beast launches from the foliage, taller than the others, its fur matted with dried blood, thick muscles coiling beneath its coat. I twist, servos in my arm adjusting as I draw Zadkiel from its straps. The scythe hums to life, its spring-loaded mechanism ready. The creature lands a mere foot from me, jaws snapping at my face. I pivot, the blade snapping outward on its spring release. The impact slams into its torso, tearing through muscle and bone with a sickening crunch. The blade pulled clean through. 2 more came flying out. My foot slams into the dirt as I pivot, Zadkiel's blade fully extended now, a lethal scythe cutting through the night air. The second beast leaps at me from the left, but my cybernetic reflexes allow me to time the strike perfectly. The scythe arcs toward it, slicing through fur and flesh with brutal efficiency. Its body twists mid-air, blood spraying outward in a crimson arc as the wound opens wide. It lands hard, twitching, and I don't hesitate. With a sharp pull on the handle, the blade retracts with a snapping motion, bringing the corpse skidding across the earth. The third beast lunges before the first one even hits the ground. I turn my waist, leaning into the weight of Zadkiel, my cybernetics firing off in my legs, my arms increasing the arc of my swing. The scythe spins in a deadly arc, the blade fully extended as it cuts through the air. The beast lunges with outstretched claws, its amber eyes locked onto my position, but I'm already in motion. The edge of Zadkiel's blade slams into its ribs, the spring-loaded mechanism driving the metal deep into its body. A guttural shriek rips from its throat as the weapon passes through flesh and muscle, the impact staggering at mid-lunge. It stumbles, twisting, as its own momentum works against it. Blood sprays from the wound as it crashes into the ground, convulsing. 3 more come rushing out, 2 leave behind me, 1 remaining in front of me. I don't even think. I pivot, my cybernetics enhancing my movement, and Zadkiel's blade snaps back with lethal efficiency. The beast in front is still lunging when I slam the butt of the handle into its face, snapping its head back with a crack of broken cartilage. It staggers, blood gushing from its nose, and I immediately follow through, driving the scythe's blade back out as it fully extends. The blade buries itself in the mutt's chest, tearing through ribs and heart with brutal finality. Its mouth gapes, amber eyes dimming as it collapses, Zadkiel dragging its body down onto the ground in a heap. Both beasts behind me lunge to strike me down. I leap into the air, effortlessly clearing 6 feet. Both beasts now mid-motion below me. The 2 mutts below me stumble as I soar above them, mid-lunge, their bodies thrown off balance. They snap their jaws in frustration, claws scraping the ground as they try to reposition themselves. I take full advantage of the moment, Zadkiel humming in my grip as I drop from the sky, scythe blade extended. I come down hard, servos in my legs absorbing the impact as I land between them. The scythe whips around in a wide arc, the edge catching the first beast across the throat. Its head nearly detaches as it flies backward in a spray of blood, the blade's momentum cutting clean through its vertebrae. As the arc continues, the blade begins to scalp up the back of the second one. Its skin gets flayed as the blade goes deeper, eventually cutting through the muscle, the spine, the ribs, the shoulders, and finally, the body is cut in half. A warning pops up in my HUD. A thermal spike detected. Disabling. Knee servos. The heat warning sends a sharp pulse through my leg before the system automatically shuts down the affected servos. My balance falters, but my cybernetics compensate instantly, shifting my stance to minimize the loss. I can still move, but the knee joint feels stiff, sluggish. My movements will be marginally slower from here on out. A low growl rumbles through the forest as more beasts emerge from the darkness, drawn by the death cries of their kin. I count 8 more pairs of amber eyes glowing in the shadows, their bodies half obscured by the dense foliage. They don't attack immediately, but I can see their muscles tensing, their claws flexing as they prepare to strike. Don't get excited now. I've killed more of you even before my upgrades. I yell as I ready myself. I lift Zadkiel up as I get myself ready. The words still hang in the damp forest air as I adjust my stance, ignoring the sluggish drag in my left knee. The scythe hums against my palm, its blade glinting silver under the twin moons. 8 sets of eyes blink back at me, glowing like embers in the dark. The first one moves, a lanky mutt, its ribcage visibly sunken beneath patches of matted fur. It lopes forward with a low, rattling snarl, claws skidding against the wet earth. I pivot on my right foot, Zadkiel's blade whipping through the air in a flat arc. The mutt ducks, but not fast enough. The blade glances off its back, leaving a deep gash that splits fur and muscle. It yelps, staggering, and I don't give it time to recover. I drive forward, servos in my right leg powering my movement, and slam the butt of the scythe into its snout. Bone cracks under the impact, its head snapping back with a spray of blood and broken teeth. It collapses, twitching, and I don't look down as I spin to meet the next attacker. The second mutt is larger, heavier, with a broad chest and thick arms. It barrels forward in a reckless charge, aiming to tackle me. I swipe up from the ground, splitting its head in half as another warning blares across my screen. A thermal spike detected, right shoulder servo disabled. Shit! I curse. Another lunges to me from the side. My cybernetics compensate for the reduced mobility in my right shoulder, pivoting on my left foot as I drive the scythe's handle into the beast's face. Its nose caves inward with a wet crunch, but the momentum still carries it into me. We both hit the ground in a tangle of limbs, the creature's hot breath reeking of blood and rot. I bring Zadkiel up with my left hand, the blade snapping outward to sink deep into its side. It shrieks, clawing at my chest, but I yank the scythe free and shove it back in again, this time puncturing through its gut and up into its heart. The beast convulses violently atop me, its claws raking down my arms before going slack. I shove it off with my free hand, the scythe still lodged in its torso. As I roll to my feet, servos straining in protest, 2 more beasts lunge from opposite sides. I twist, wrenching Zadkiel free in the same motion, and the scythe's momentum spins the body into one attacker. It crashes into the other mutt, and they both go sprawling into the underbrush. I press the advantage, cybernetics working overtime to compensate for the degrading servos. My movement severely slowed as I am forced to rely on my natural strength. The boss yells at me within my head, "Eat Jane! Get out of there! I'm working on it!" I protest. 5 more walk out from the brush, teeth snarling, nostrils blaring. I turn to face them, the HUD going crazy in my peripheral. Thermal warning, air, a thermal warning, air, a thermal warning, air, a low shields warning. Shut up! I yell to the top of my lungs. I forcefully reactivate all my servos in protest. The electronics singe into my skin. The servos burn into my flesh. I leap forward, my joints glowing faintly under my skin as everything starts to heat up, and I raise my scythe up into the air, the glint of the arc raised high above my silhouette, my eyes glowing because of all the warning going off. But it's too late. I am in motion. The weapons is primed. Nothing will get between me and cutting down these creatures of the night. Blood and death fill the air as my cybernetics push beyond their limits. The servos in my joints screaming in protest as they overload with energy. The first beast lunges, its claws extended, but I am already moving. Zadkiel descends in a silver arc, the blade cleaving through its skull with a wet crack that echoes through the forest. The scythe doesn't stop there. It carves through the second mutt's neck, severing its head cleanly before embedding deep into the third's chest. 3 more beasts surge forward. I am breathing heavily. I can never get used to this pain, but the adrenaline feels so good. I put Zadkiel back in its straps. I take out Gabriel and fire a round into the forest. A shriek can be heard following the shot, as a watcher comes falling out of the trees, missing its entire lower body. The creatures around me starts to dissipate. The smell of sulfur fills the air. It is over.